Hello everybody and welcome back to the Mongoolie Show. We're going to go over a bunch of stuff today. We're going to have two videos probably coming out today. One about the 6th anniversary, that'll be next. Right now we're going to talk about how you can unlock Starbrand for free, assuming you don't mind blitzing a lot. We'll get into it. Let's roll the video. The first thing we're going to take a look at is this chart here. Now, this is the chart for the event that's starting today. You're going to notice you can get 180,000 points towards the month-long calendar, and this month there is not one singular character you're working towards unlocking. It's just going to give you some shards for some meta characters, which is kind of nice, but you know, it's always nice to unlock a new character as well. That said, in this chart, we can unlock a new character because there are 70 shards for Starbrand and we only need 45 to actually unlock him. We're also going to be collecting the ancient raid orb fragments throughout this event. So we're going to be able to open orbs for this character as well, and we'll take a look at what those orbs have in them just a little bit. What we're going to be doing is working towards that T-Rex tooth, and we can actually make it a little bit further than that. So I think this is actually going to be okay. It would be nice if we can make it all the way down to the bottom. There are two diamond orbs down at the bottom, but I don't see that being likely for the free to play or even the cheap to play. That's going to be for more the whaley type players. So right off the bat, earn one ancient raid orb fragments. At one apiece. It's just a 1-for-1 on that one. But you can also play in war battles, and if you got out of time characters, you'll get bonus points for that. And if you've got the 3 newest out of time characters, that's Cosmic Ghost Rider, Starbrand, and Black Knight at 5, 6, or 7 stars, you'll get more points for that on top of it. Now, those are only one-time things. You only need to use those characters once throughout the course of the war, over the course of the week. You don't need to use them multiple times. And if you only have the 2 out of time characters, Peggy and Captain America, who've been around for quite some time, as long as you've got those 2 characters unlocked, you should be able to max out those points at least, so that's not bad. They're 500 points apiece. There's only 2,500. You're going to have 3 different war attacks you can use them in. You should be good. You do not need to win these war battles, I will point out, but you do need to let them finish. So if you back out, it's not worth anything. You can win, you can lose, that's fine, but you have to complete it either way. There's only 24,000 points on the line for that, though, and you're going to have 1,000 points per, so you're going to hit this cap pretty quickly. You will, as I said, have 3 different war options, but if you're doing your 10 wars, and even maybe if you're doing up to 14, you're going to get through this really fast. So I'm counting on you getting those 2,400 points and the 2,500 points, 24,000 points and the 2,500 points when I do the math later. As far as the ancient rage orbs, I'm going to screw that up so many times while doing this. You're going to get those from doing ISO 8 campaigns. They're going to pay out at a rate of 6-to-1, which is decent, but I was hoping it would be a little bit higher if I'm being perfectly honest. So what we're looking at is if you use your 1108 power every single day, that's coring 4 times, as well as getting all of the energy recharges throughout the day, as well as the free offers, everything you can get without like going crazy on spending cores. That's going to get you, after the 6 times multiplier, after the 7-day multiplier, 46,536 points. That's pretty good from just doing ISO, which you're probably doing every day anyways, or most days. If you saved up, even better, but you can see that's almost milestone 7 right there. You add in the extra 2,600 points from the war battles that we just talked about. You're doing okay at this event, but there is a feeder event that we're going to talk about. Now, this is where the event gets a little bit sucky. We're going to have to be doing a lot of blitzing. It's nice we have the 1-hour cooldown. That is something, but the way I'm looking at this, I'm assuming you're going to win about 45 battles in a rotation. So you're not going to get all 53. If you do, great, good for you. And you're only going to get about 20 points per win. Now, obviously, you sometimes get less than that, but I'm banking on the fact that you more often get more than that. If that's the case, we're going to have to do about 4.5 rotations a day for 7 days. Now, obviously, your mileage might vary. You might get really lucky and pull one of those 2,000 point jackpots, or even a couple of hundreds or something, and that's going to make the math a lot easier for you. But assuming your math sucks and the RNG hates you, I think you're going to want to do about 4.5 a day. Most likely less than that, let's be honest, but that's like erring on the side of caution. If you do that and you hit that 30,000 point, which I do think is obtainable, I will point out, I do think you can do it, you're going to get 36,000 points from the Primordial Avenger milestone, but there's also 4,000 orb fragments in here, which also counts. You're actually going to get 40,000 points towards the event. If we jump over to the web store really quickly, you can see that there are 500 milestone points and 500 orb fragments in the free gift every single day. So that's another 1,000 points a day for 7,000 points added to our total for the end of this event. While I'm here, I'm also going to point out there is the Seeing Red free claim of 4,800 points. Now, that event, they extended it. It's supposed to be over by now. They extended it, though, because most players had not hit that cap yet. I don't know about you guys, this extra 4,800 points is going to be enough to put me over the edge, and I can finish off the February month long. So thank you, Scopely, for that. That is appreciated. Let's get back to this video, though. Okay, so if we cap out our war attacks and we use Captain Carter and Peggy, that's the same person, Captain America and Peggy enough times, that should give us 26,500 points. If we do all of our ISO 8 energy, 1,108 a day, that's coring 4 times, 7 days in a row, that's going to be 46,536 points. If we get all of our blitzing done, that's going to be another 40,000 points. And if we check the web store every single day, that's going to be another 7,000 points. That leaves us at about 120,000 points towards this event, which is good enough for milestone 13. Now, obviously, that won't give us the 15 Starbrand and definitely not the 25 Starbrand. Those you're going to have to work a little bit harder for, open a few more cores. It won't matter if you do more blitzing. The blitzing is capped. But it will give you 30 Starbrand shards, and you only need 45, and they give us 5 for the free upgrade, so you're only 10 away from unlocking him. And if you do this, you're going to get about 25 orbs to open up with him. Now, again, we're going to look at those in a second, but trust me, that is way more than enough to unlock this character, and you're probably going to walk away with a 3-star. It also gives us the T-Rex tooth and all of the hourglass points, so that's really good as well. Obviously, we'd love to get lower than this, but I think the only way you can do it is either if you've got 5, 6, 7 stars on those 3 out of time characters, or if you're willing to spend more power cores than just the daily 200. Okay, so if we look at the Ancient Raid Orbs, we're going to see that there's 3 different pillars, obviously. The first one, you are guaranteed Starbrand shards, 2 to 4, and you have an even chance of getting them. So I did the math as if you're going to get the worst, but obviously you have a very good chance of getting the 3s or the 4s. Not that that makes a huge difference, but like, kind of does. It's kind of like getting twice as many orbs if you get the 4 instead of the 2. I know we'd love to have like 50 in here, but it is what it is. So if you're going to be getting about 25, actually the free claim as well, so about 27 orbs or so. Even at the worst, that's more than enough to unlock him right there. So I really do think you're going to have a good chance at unlocking him and getting him up to 3 stars, maybe even higher if you're really lucky, but definitely unlocking him. Now, the center pillar has 3 different pillars as well, and you can notice that Starbrand is in there as well as some meta characters that I'm pretty happy with, and some less than meta characters that, you know, you've probably got at 7 stars for quite some time. Keep in mind there are newer players playing this game as well, and these shards are probably going to be entirely good for them, so congratulations, newer players. But for the older players, we probably don't care about these top 3 or Venom. But as far as the Superior 6 and the Hive Mind characters go, like the newer ones, yeah, I'll take literally any of those that I can get. I might even prefer them over Starbrand, if I'm being perfectly frank. I think I'd rather get like Lizard, Red Goblin, definitely Void Knight over Starbrand. So there's that. And some of them are 10 shards, which is nice. Now, if we look at this, it's all just the exact same characters. I don't think any of the characters changed, just your odds of getting them changed. There is a Black Knight, so you do have a very low chance, a 6.25%, and then another 6.25% of getting 25 shards for Black Knight. So if you pull that, that is the jackpot for sure. Let me know down in the comments below if you get any Black Knight in this. 25 shards of him is great, but the odds of it is low. And then the final pillar is just some gear. Some of it you'll need, some of it you won't. It's going to be in every orb. Just take it. Unfortunately, it is only one of each of these things. So like the respirator or the butt plug, I actually need quite a bit. But then some of these other things, I don't need any of. So I'm sure I'm going to get lots of them. The percentages, yeah, 1.59% for some of these great ones, 3% for these, and then the crap ones are like almost 8%. It is what it is. It's not really what we're here for. It's just a free add-on in there. And there you have it. That's what you need to know for the Primordial Avenger event. It's going to be fairly simple as long as you're willing to do the blitz rotations. 4 days should do it for you, but if you've got any days you can do some extras, it's not going to hurt anything. Just make sure you go into the website, make sure you collect those things, because you don't want to do more blitz than you have to. All right, if you made it this far, you probably enjoyed this video. Hit that like button and tell me that you did. Otherwise, hit subscribe so you don't miss videos going forward. We go live on Twitch and YouTube. That's twitch.tv/TheMongoolie and right here on YouTube a couple of times a week. So hit the follow button on Twitch, hit the subscribe button on YouTube so you don't miss any content going forward. Other than that, Commanders, you have a great day, and we'll catch you next time.